at the stream there. Boom. There we are. I wasn't even on the screen. How about that? That's a funny one. We'll see when my audio comes up. Hey, there we are. Hey everybody, welcome. That's hilarious. I forgot to add my own camera screen in there. That's a great humorous start for the auction. So pretty cool. I don't know even if you heard anything I just said, so that's pretty neat. Anyway, yeah, so welcome to the auction stream. We are on a day 225. Pretty exciting. It's a venture capital auction day, number 49. Can you believe it? We are only the next one's going to be number 50. It's in just over a day's time. So pretty amazing stuff. Hey, John Atkins in the house. Hi, Superman. And hi to you, John, and Yuya Nemoto is in the house too. Hey, good to see you in the chat as well. And Jonathan Kampala, always great work, Superman. Love your perspective. I appreciate that, Jonathan. And yeah, I've just been watching Big Pep videos. I don't know if you're Big Pep. He's in the Hexo community. He's a very mature commentator on crypto, economy, stuff like that. So he's a good one to follow, Big Pep. Yeah, so nice one. Now, I was going to say that we've currently got 516 million Axion in this venture capital auction number 49. We got 516 million. That is 60 million, including that's penalties, plus 500 million is the standard amount for a VCA. $57,500 worth, 3.94 ETH in there. That came in after our live stream. Remember, we opening hour. We didn't have any ETH in that time, but it's certainly coming over that period. $7,500 US. That's ended up buying a 0.222 wrap Bitcoin, and 85% of that is 0.1892, which is what goes to stakers. So if you're staked in Axion, you'll be getting a little bit more, $50. Pretty cool. So we're sitting at 4 over 30. Let's quickly get our calculator out, and we'll go on and do that. Alternative, we can go into general chat and type in the AX. So let's actually go into general chat and we'll do that. And let's go. It's probably easier way. Here we go. So we're 12.8% sold out. You can see that there. 12.8 at the moment. We've got 42 minutes and 13 seconds to go. Very cool. I can put my calculator away now. I've just cheated on that one, didn't I? So there are 3.94. And what did we say we were? I've just forgotten already. 12.8% sold out. Very nice. All right. So Alex K. Big Pep has nice videos, says Alex K. Absolutely. I absolutely agree with that. Love Big Pep, says Jonathan Kampala. Listened to him this morning. Yeah, he's really good. Very considered and knowledgeable. Very balanced and mature. I like Big Pep and myself. Probably one of my top 3 famous, favorite Hexos commentators. I'd say Into Crypto is my other one. And who else? It's probably a toss-up between a couple other people for top 3. Certainly like Hodl Dog. Hodl Dog's very cool, very slick. So I like Hodl Dog as well. But in terms of commentary, probably Big Pep and Into Crypto. Yeah, probably the top 2 there for sure. There's yeah, a couple of others that I'd toss up between. Very cool. All right, let's jump back to the auction where this is the actual official portal. We've got 41 minutes to go. We'll see whether we get any sniped ETH coming into today's VCA. After that, of course, we've got a regular auction. That's going to be day 226, auction day 226. We have 202 million Axion. We're 22,500 US dollars. That's a big US dollars. 27th of June, that one is. It's a regular. Very cool. Let's jump in the future and see what our next Friday mega VCAs. That's what won the poll yesterday. Mega as opposed to super mega. We've got 3.8 billion in there at the moment. Woohoo! 424. Now, someone was saying in the chat yesterday they thought a big buyer would come and snap that up, and that's always possible. You just never know who's lurking. We'll see how that goes. 3.8 billion. Very nice indeed. Of course, some people would like to see 3.8 billion bought on Uniswap too, wouldn't they? Because that would certainly be pumpamentals for the price. But of course, you want that to sort of staircase its way up, really. And the more people we get staked, the better, the less liquidity. That's where you're going to get your liquidity squeeze and the price pump on. That in turn implies more dividends, but of course you still need to have demand into the auctions. But the auctions got plenty of incentives. There's tons of incentives into the auctions at the moment. We can see that here. The actual auction price at the moment is 16.767 million Axion per ETH, plus 10% wrap Bitcoin cashback and up to 20% Axion bonus. And that doesn't include the longer pays better, which is when you swap Axion in your stakes for shares, you get 20% more shares per year. And of course, there's big payers as well. There's tons of incentives to stake long term in Axion. All right, so that's where that's at. Let's quickly check some of that. We've got Cardano TVs in here, locked on and listening. Great to see Cardano in here every day. Very cool. All right, so let's have a quick check on some of the prices there. Let's go quickly check. So we've got 0.001165 is Axion's price, the $3.3 million US of liquidity in there. Daily volume 24,631, very low. That's just what it is. I like to keep it real here as much as possible. 885 ETH is in the pool, 14.9 billion Axion. So hey, if we got someone that came in and bought 4 billion Axion, that would quickly start probing the price. We could actually just hit the trade button and pretend that we were going to buy that much. That would quickly tell us what that would do to the price. So that'd be pretty interesting. But hey, look, a lot of green buys here. I've got a lot of small ones though. But let's have a look through here. Got any big buys? Okay, there's a big buy. Well, it looks like 1.5 ETH will buy you at the moment. Almost 25 million Axion, which is pretty incredible. When back in the day, that would not have bought you that. You might have been lucky to get 3 or 4 million at some stage for that amount. And now 1.5 gets you 25 million Axion. Pretty amazing. So we had another buy there, 11.5 million. So it is a buyer's market for sure. I don't need to tell you that. You know that already. Let's have a quick look at the actual the hourly candle. So we're up in the last few hours. Let's have a quick look. That's what hour is it now? It's 18. So we'll go back to 18, shall we? Don't normally go back to 18, but it's pretty good. 18. So we're up about 2% since yesterday. From the looks of it, and we actually off our low that we had over the last 24 hours, we are up 10% off our lows in the last 24 hours, but about 2% from the same time yesterday. So pretty cool. So have a look at the daily on that and pull that up. Let's do a bit of price action while we wait for some ETH to come into the auction. It's taking a little second there to update. We can see that we're just skimming along the bottom there, and we're just waiting for some movements in that. But obviously, lots of news coming up with Axion, and obviously the market is in a bearish market now. So we're just waiting for that turnaround. Not completely bearish though. Let's quickly pull that up on the CoinGecko. We'll see that it's not completely. As long as you got Ethereum up at 1882, it's below 2,000, which is an important number, but it's still pretty well valued compared to what it was last year at about 98 bucks. So just put in perspective there. Bitcoin still staying around at 33, 34,000. Some reason it likes that mark. Interesting. It did go under 30. We went to about 29,300. Bounced off that. That was very important that it did bounce out. That's what I said to you. If it goes below, it needs to bounce out in the same day, and it did do that. So there we are. But we're certainly 33 is not 50. Was it 64? 64? Yeah, 64,200. I think it was. It's the record there. Let's actually quickly go into Bitcoin, have a quick check, see exactly the numbers. It's below, 64,800, so I was just slightly off there. 48.7% below the all-time high 2 months ago, and we'll see where that heads off. Let's go back to Ethereum. We'll just check Ethereum before we jump back to the auction there. Let's go do that. All right, let's do it. All right, it's 56.7. So actually, Bitcoin's doing better now. It wasn't originally. Remember, Bitcoin was worse. Now Ethereum is worse. It's 56.7, whereas Bitcoin was 48, below the all-time high 2 months ago now too. Ethereum actually held up comparable, but I think it does typically delay, doesn't it, when it goes down? Typically, I think it's like maybe 4 weeks or something like that. I've seen some numbers around that. All right, so that's that. I think the top 10, anything outstanding at the top 10. Nothing I can see. Some good, potentially good opportunities with Cardano. I think looks particularly a good price to get in there. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's jump back to the auction. We also got a special competition on at the moment with Axion on Twitter, run by LB and Destroyer, no doubt. So that's pretty cool. We're going to check that out as well. All right, let's jump back into there, and let's go over to the general. Let's jump over to the announcements and check that out. It's a bit quiet in there today, so that is Sunday, of course. People entering Sunday, but we've got introducing a hashtag bigger way to crypto, and from the June the 25th to August the 19th, Axion investors and fans will have the opportunity to win $100 in Axion each week by creating a post on social media that both tags Axion and includes the hashtags of the week in a meaningful and relevant way, as well as promotional tag hashtag better way to crypto. Promotion will run from Friday to Thursday for 8 consecutive weeks. So that's eight consecutive weeks. Pretty cool. There's submission guidelines there, and basically just tagging in a few things, making sure you got the hashtags as well. Each post meeting the above criteria is a single entry into the weekly draw and requirement in order to be eligible for the following bonus entries. There is no limit to the number of entries per week. Additional entries can be acquired in the following ways: post your entry to Axion Media on Discord, post your entry into Telegram and tag LB_hippie. LB's running the show there. Share someone else's post on your profile and tag 2 friends and Axion. So this is a great way of expanding Axion's community, and I just really love this program. Really practical, really can be really effective, especially run over 8 weeks is a really good time frame. Comment on other posts and tag 2 friends and Axion. It's very nice. The hashtag for June 25th to July 1st, which is the first week, is hashtag better way to crypto, which is our main marketing phrase, I think, or set one of the 2 main ones. For more details, you can visit this link here. So very cool on that. So you can check that out. Let's actually open that up. Let me do that and quickly check that out. All right, so we're going. This is the big giveaway here. You can see that really nice banner. I've used the thumbnail today as well as yesterday. I thought this is a pretty good campaign, and so I thought I'd certainly help do what I can to promote that as well. So weekly hashtags, that's what they are going to be. So the first week is hashtag better way to crypto. Then we've got ethical finance, week 2. Week 3 with Axion you can. Week 4 Axion launch. Week 5 relaxing on dividends and divs. Week 6 stake Axion earn Bitcoin, and week 7 we are Axion, and week 8 Axion noughts. So I definitely, this is probably my favorite one. Stake Axion earn Bitcoin. It's probably my favorite there. Very cool. So that's on the website, axionnetwork.crypto event. So I'll just post that in the chat as well. Axion giveaway promo. So check that out. Grab yourself a drink, folks. We're going to be here for just a little while, probably running an hour today. 45 minutes for this auction close, and then 15 minutes for the opening sniping period, maybe 20 minutes. See how we get on. All right, let's jump over to there. So that's the giveaway there, folks. You can check that out. Get involved. All right, let's have a quick look. We will jump on to general, and I'll have a look to see whether Punky's been giving us any insights. I did see him in there again today, and that's how we roll on this live stream. All right, so we've got 31 minutes to go. 3.94 ETH is in there. We're at we've got near 30.62 to sell out this VCA. We already know that the mega VCA next week for Friday, is 3.8 billion, and that's we've still got 3 VCAs in between there with the current one, plus these 2 others. So we'll see how we get on during the week with those. The other side of it, of course, is we have 202 million Axion starting up. That will be the next auction day 226. So that's starting up pretty shortly, 22,600. They get sold out pretty much like hotcakes the majority of the time. Occasionally they make it slightly undersold. You might be 80%, 90%, but typically they get sold out, and occasionally they get oversold as well. That happens as well, depending on what's happening with the market. So yeah. All right, let's have a look. Relaxing. 30 minutes to go, folks, and lots of bonuses. Let's go quickly look at the ecosystem as well, and then we'll jump over and look at some of, see if Punk has made any comments, and that's how we'll get through to the milestone of the auction turnover. So we've got 289.3 billion total supply, 47.2 billion liquid. We take off about 2.5 for that, so about 44.7 billion is liquid there, and we've got 242 billion staked. Woo, that's a big number. And we're sitting at about 84%. It says 83.68. We adjusted for the dev wallet, and we're about 84. Crypto rank is 789, so still under 800. That's nice to see. 25,217 stakes. Average stake size is the same as yesterday, and average stake length at 2,439 days. Pretty amazing. Over about 6.6 years, and market cap still sitting at 10.7. So we're just basically going up between about 11 and 10 at the moment. Share rate is 1.1687. That's the most important number for staking. Obviously, that goes up over time. So the earlier you stake, the better. You'll get more shares, and the more shares you got, the more rewards you get. It's that simple. And it basically reflects compound interest, so rewards people with long-term stakes over short-term stakes. And that's where we are there. So let's quickly check out the total number of shares as well. We are sitting at 609 billion shares. Look at that number, beautiful, big and beautiful, they say. And obviously, the more shares you got, the more of the rewards you get. That's simple. We've got big payday coming up. The first one, of course, we've got 5 of those over the next 5 years, and the first one coming up is the 29th of October. That's going to be the smallest one, actually, 5 billion. So it really encourages people to stake long. Total, of course, is 50 billion over those 5 years. They actually run between 350 days each. So they're probably the big marketing promo. I think that is in the roadmap as well. Speaking of the roadmap, we're still waiting on the roadmap, so that has been delayed. So maybe they're changing things around a bit, but apparently it was pretty much close to finish. So hopefully we'll get that out sooner than later. Could be pretty interesting to see what's on that. And Max Share Club, 123.78 billion is where we're at. 8,727 stakes. Wrap Bitcoin auction so far, 137.78 in almost 49 VCAs. Not quite finished yet. But that's just under 4.6 million US dollars. Obviously, that will fluctuate with the Bitcoin price. So that the Bitcoin price, obviously, at the moment is at 33,000. So imagine if we got back to 68. Let's do the old multiplication, eh? So let's say we were at 64, 64,800 divided by 33. 100 and say let's do it that easy. So we've got a factor of 1.95 times what do we have on the old balance. So if Bitcoin actually appreciates again, we got 4455. So times 4.554. So you'd be this here would jump. Wrap Bitcoin that's been as dividends to stakers would go from 4.5 to almost 9 million US dollars. Wow. Now that's some buying power for Axionites, right? Axion who stakers. And that's just if we get back to the all-time high. When we might do that, who knows? Now, obviously, some people are forecasting a rally towards the end of the year or before the end of the year. And so you never know what you might going to get. 130,000. Some people have got as high as 350,000, 309, something like that. Those are the higher end models. Some of the lower end models at 125, 150, which really blows away the next target. The next target really in the previous rally before we pulled back from 64 was that 70, 80 mark. That was my first target. So that hasn't been met yet. So we'll see what happens. And of course, some people are calling the bearish play where that will go down to 10,000, actually hit a new bottom before we start rising again. So at the moment, we've been stuck around this 33, 34. We did have a drop to 29, but bounced back. So boy, it's just we'll wait and see, really, don't we? 130, 137. But you can see that the Axion stakers that have these dividends, if the Bitcoin rallies up, then that's a lot of wealth creation for Axion Bitcoin holders. So very cool on that. Nice perspective. Almost 9 million if we were back at the all-time high. That's a pretty interesting statistic. All right. So far people have pulled out 109 wrap Bitcoin. $3.6 million. So as you can see. All right. Pretty cool. What's that? Let's do the old ratio. 109. Divided by 138, say. So people have pulled out 79% of the wrap Bitcoin that they've got, and that the rest of it's just sitting on in the smart contract, and you can withdraw that anytime from from the staking tab. So pretty easy on that. That's the wonderful thing about the Bitcoin divs, is that basically you can take it out anytime, and it's actually the cheapest thing, funny enough, to actually do on the Axion portal platform. So that's pretty hilarious. All right, let's quickly jump over it. Kevin Wilson's in the house. Hello, everybody, says Kevin. Good to see Kevin in there. Great stuff, and welcome again. All right, so here we are, folks. 24 minutes to go. 3.94 ETH in there, and we're just slowly chugging along. We'll see whether we get any big bids before the end of the auction. You never know. You just never know. Once again, get yourself a drink. We're still going to be here for a little while. So what's that? We're still going to be here for at least 50 minutes. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, 40 minutes, at least for 40 minutes. Maybe my maths off slightly. So I've still got a bit of run to go. So get yourself either hot beverage or a cold beverage, something like that, and get into it. All right, maybe some, if you're into refiner things, maybe some cheese and crackers, and I don't know, a bit of red wine or something, whatever. It's not my cup of tea. I like the cheese and cracker part. All right, so let's go for gold, and let's quickly see where we're going here. I think we're going over to, well, that's right, we're going down to the activity. Before we go check the activity, we're going to jump over to Discord, and we're going to check out, see whether Punky's got any insights on that one. I think this is the one here, Punky. Hopefully he's got the right name on here. No, Punky keeps changing his name. It's he changed his name. It's like trying to catch Sparta. Punky must be that one. Let's have a quick look and see whether we've got any interesting stuff. He does banter around about some things. He does have particular topics, playful topics that he likes to talk about. So we'll see if he's got anything there. Jump over to there. I think he might have been a bit comedic today. So we'll find actually where he started commenting. He's been around for a while today. That's pretty good. He does have office hours. I think he still has the office hours. So there we are. So he's got Sparta. So he's obviously the movie, maybe that's what's got him inspired. And then what's his back? Thank God Axion is still deflating. Make it happen. We can always add more. Let's have a look at that. I'm not sure myself. Someone's saying it's hard. You didn't tell me about no partners, Mr. Punky, something like that. Not sure whether it's just a bit of fun banter or not. Hello, if you do consider it, or even you don't, let's chat strategy, friend. Hope you watch the strategy videos. So it's obviously someone's in there talking about, saying that they might buy out the auction. That'd be interesting. Anyway, so that's the first, but second page. Let's see. Check top 300 wallets. See they got their ETH and Hex from. It's not even a secret. I'm not sure. Yeah. Not sure what topic they're talking about there. What's the lesson learned? Lock supply puts pressure on price. We are doing it ethically already 42% in time. We will have 75% max staked and churning, making actual people actual money with actual DeFi. So that's something there. Lock supply, reduce. Yeah, well, we're all on board with that. Check out the max stakes and Punkonomics education. Really solid explanation. So just talking about some of Punkonomics videos there. Just trying to see whether he's let anything out of the bag. That's what you're always trying to chase when we look through his comments. We're going through there. I get it, team. Things are stressful in crypto sitting now, so people are obviously getting a bit frustrated with the market conditions and stuff like that. Just jumping through there. It looks like they're making jokes about certain things. A few quotes there. Yep, just a few bit of poultry there, I guess. We'll jump on to the last page. Let's see where we go. All right, so let's jump back down to the bottom here. Yep, just some pros there or something. We'll jump through. I'm not sure if they're playing a game. Looks like they might be playing a game. It's hard to tell. Ethical Finance Community DAO. So it's just got stuff there. Let's almost finished going through this. Actually needed some help with Axion the last 2 hours. They must have been distracted with some game or something like, or movie or something. 100% gone. So yeah, nothing there. So it's always worth going through. Yesterday we saw a little pearl, so that was of good value. All right, let's jump back out of there, and we'll jump back over to auctions. We got 20 minutes left, folks. 3.94 ETH in the pool. 30.9 is our target. Let's see how we go. I'm going to jump over to the chat to see if we've got any comments there. No, there's nothing there. Might just do put a poll in to get the old community active. It seems pretty quiet out there today in crypto land. Maybe everyone's in Las Vegas at the Hex party. Who knows? We've got a lot of Hex investors as well as Axion investors co-residing here. So pretty awesome stuff. Right, let's quickly check what the poll should be. What should the poll be? Let's have a look here. Trying to think. Here we go. Oh no, let me go. Will you be I use the word participating. Yeah, will you be participating for the $100 Axion giveaway competition? I guess that's not the best phrase, but will you be participating? Will you be participating in the $100 Axion giveaway competitions? Yes or no? So that's an easy one. How about that? Boom. Let's go. There's a little poll there. Bit of fun. Let us know on the chat there, and we'll see how we get on towards the end of the live stream. Pretty cool. Actually, is the audio still on there? Yep, audio still on. All right. Cheers. I'm supposed to buy some extra stuff today for snacks, but never quite got there. Oh, we've got 337 guy in the house. Another cheesy gimmick. I don't think it's cheesy. I'm not sure what we're talking about. But if you're talking about the giveaway, I think it's actually very good. Certainly good for Twitter. That's the typical thing that works on Twitter, those sort of giveaways. So nice. All it is basically you are database mining. So basically collecting names as well. Also helps when you're doing promotions in the future. So I think it's quite a good technique. It's quite probably fairly commonly used in crypto, to be honest, and they tend to do pretty well. Ultimately, you're just trying to get a bigger database. So that simple. All right, quickly check on guess the team. Didn't listen to Robbie. Lol. What's that about? 337. Did Robbie say something about something? I'm not familiar if they did. I haven't actually seen Robbie. Robbie wasn't well last Axion Today show, so I never actually saw whether he's okay now. Not sure what he was ill with, but he was not on the show. But Paul and Patricia were. Patricia sometimes she drops in here. Well, actually most days she drops. No, she probably hasn't been dropping in as much, but she typically drops maybe one every 2 days or something like that. So we can't ask Patricia. She's not here. All right, so there we are, 3.94, 16 minutes to go in this auction, and we're going to see how it plays out. I feel like it's particularly quiet in this room for some reason, even though I'm wearing the head muffs. Might be, sometimes I feel it's like it's normally noisier, but I'm not sure why. Yeah. All right, good to have everybody here. Don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and of course hit the bell for further notifications, and share the video if you can. And the other side of it is, of course, don't forget to check out videos on the site: auctions, staking, liquidity mining, wealth management, Pulsechain, crypto general, all that sort of stuff. Go check that out. 337 says, remember in Axion Today's show, Robbie said Axion is doing too much of these giveaways and giving away free stuff. Yeah, I think he was talking about the auctions, wasn't he? Because they actually haven't done many giveaways at all, so that I'm aware of. So that's why I said I'm actually quite excited about this Twitter giveaway, because I don't think they have done any giveaways. Because Punky's not wasn't into Telegram giveaways and stuff like that. He's really focused on the auctions and max staking. So that's what I was talking about. But so I actually think the Twitter thing's really good. I think Robbie was he commenting about the auction designs and incentives? Maybe that's what he was talking about. Like, we don't need to do all this extra stuff. The products itself is great. I agree with that. But I think we still need a few more tweaks around the auctions, and definitely need some product demand for Uniswap. So, and I've made that clear for times. Robbie's rant a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I remember that, Kevin. Yeah, I remember that Robbie's rant. That was quite famous, that one. Alex K says, yes, this was about the auctions, $100 for marketing is not a bad idea. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think we all agree on, oh, well, yeah, at least Alex is are agreeing on that one. Yeah, I think it's a good way of building up the database on Twitter. And like I say, I think we've got 30,500 Twitter followers. So if we can get it up to 30, 40, 50, and then even if only so many of those are serious investors, at least we get that built up. And when we do other product launches and other news items, we slowly build a loyal follower group that actually participates and brings in new investors as well. Obviously, it's just that that network effect, and I think that's what we need to get up. Like I've always said, we need to get to 40, 50,000 wallets, right? I've said that from a long time, so I think it's really good. Alex says, but I won't participate to avoid irritating my fellow Hexicans. Social media is such a minefield, right? So Alex, most of Alex's friends on there are Hexicans. No, that's all right. Just teasing. But get out there and spread the word. Basically, that's the biggest way to go. All right, we're just still waiting. We're at 30 minutes to go, 40 minutes to go. 3.94. Let's see whether we get any sniped in there. I don't know. The weekend. It's the weather over here is quite wintry. So it's a sort of it's kind of the weather you have when you're going to watch a movie on the inside and have popcorn and stuff like that. It's kind of that weather, which maybe I should have watched a movie later on and with popcorn. That's probably I just inspired myself. It's kind of rainy and drizzly outside. The roads are wet. It's pretty quiet out. Yeah, but not in America and northern states, Europe, and it must be summer, must be hot, boiling. Probably more like that. All right, 30 minutes to go. We're checking out. Don't forget, I did say at the beginning, I don't even think anyone heard me, but I have been watching the USA track and field trials. So I really like the 100 meters, 200 meters, 400 meters, the steeple jumps, that sort of stuff. And there's the young stars and the I guess the world champions. Professionals match up together. They finally, after they meet up, I was watching I think it's the NCAA, and all the young stars coming out there from the colleges and stuff. And now there's a 17-year-old running sensation in the 200 meters, giving Noel Lyles a run for his money, but I think he was kind of holding back a little bit. So we'll see what happens in the finals, which is on tomorrow for the 200 meters. But it's going to be interesting. See how close that is. I also think that there's another youngster called Lard, and I think he was holding back fairly decent too. So I think he's going to go full out tomorrow, and we'll see how that goes, because he actually won. I think he won 100 meters for the NCAA and came second in the 200 meters, or the other way around, one of the two. So yeah, looking forward to that. All right, there was also Matthew Bowling, another young guy. And he just did 200 meters. I think he got a problem with his trainer. He's running well, but he said he couldn't get his turnover right. And obviously it's a big thing when you're up against the pros and world champs. But I also think he's got a new coach now. He had the wrong coach, from what I heard. He had a decathlon coach. Really needed a sprint specialist. So hopefully in another year's time he'll get himself up to speed. But of course, the Olympics comes around every 4 years evenly, so it's going to be interesting. I love that sport, so I won't go on too much about it. But yeah, it was good entertainment today for that. All right, so 3.94 ETH in there, $3,745, and we've got almost 11 minutes to go. We're just counting it down. All right. How we doing on here? Going pretty good. That's it. That's funny. Got my studio's got a certain amount of people watching, and on the YouTube, so it's got a different number. I don't know which one's right, but there we are. We've got the poll coming out here. We've got 5 votes in the poll. Don't forget to get in that poll. Will you be participating in the $100 Axion giveaway competitions? Remember, it does run over 8 weeks. One competition each week. We've got 40-60% at the moment, 40% yes at the moment, 6% no. We've only got 5 votes in there, so get in on that. It's a shame that these votes don't keep running, because obviously we get a lot of views after the live stream. We get a lot of views watching after the live stream. So if you are watching after the live stream, then it's a shame you couldn't leave it in the comment. Maybe leave a comment on the video. Comments really help the videos as well on the algorithm, so go for gold on that. Now, I think we're actually slowly climbing on this channel, slowly climbing the number of subscribers. I think we're up to about 1,730, really trying to track up every 100 and get up to that 2,000 subscriber mark. So it's about 270 subscribers away. So if you want to share Axion, this channel out, get it out stronger, every time it goes up through those different numbers, it must help the algorithm. I definitely know from having bigger channels in the past that once you get up to about 2,500, you do start to grow a lot faster. So I don't know, I think that might be a little trigger there. Very cool. Now, we were talking about Big Pep as well earlier. Now, Big Pep just passed 1,000 subscribers, and obviously the Hexicans came in behind him and rallied and got him about 300 subscribers or something in a short space of time. So I think he was up at at about 900 and something, and then they plowed him up. Now he's way up at about 1,150 or something. So good on Big Pep, because he is one of the better commentators for sure. Very nice. All right, so we've got about eight minutes to go. 3.94 ETH. Actually, it was what we were going to do next. We're going to go back and look through the activity. I knew I had something else up there. Sleeve it. We're going to go back all the way back 24 hours. Yes, it looks a bit blurred to me as well. And we're going to scroll back right there, and I think we're just about there. So I'm not going to make sure I'm in the right bid here. So that's the wrong one. I'll just jump forward here. Just looking for our first bid into the auction. So that was our first one there. We had a fish, did two. That was about 19 hours ago. So that was after the live stream that we did. So we had two, and a fish. That's a new investor pretty much coming in there, 2 ETH. So that was really nice. They got 10% back as wrap Bitcoin, about $383. 85% went to stake. It's very nice, 3,200. And then then we had a shark bid in, 0.86 ETH. So that was pretty cool. That was 18 hours ago. How are we going down here? Then we had a dolphin bid in, 0.47 ETH, and a crab, 0.07. And what else we got? That was about 10 hours ago. Just trying to see. We got a shrimp and a dolphin. They came in about 7 hours ago, 0.07, 0.15. Then we had a dolphin come in. That was about 5 hours ago, 0.27. How else are we going? See, there's a lot of max stakers there. So that's how we're rolling at the moment. So I think it was about 7 or 8 bids in there so far, and definitely the biggest one actually looked like it was a new investor. So that's really cool to see. And here we are. Oh, boom! Wow, far out. 10.464 ETH. Very nice, man. That's pays to go look at the activity. That's for sure. Gets the heart beating too. 10.64, folks. That's real nice. Boy, that's a big jump. Nice one. Create some activity. Holler in the chat if you can. All right, 10.64. Let's go on to disc. Instead of me using the, there we are. Let me do this again. I'm going to go boom and boom. Let's push that in there. Boom. 35.5% sold out just in the last minute from the looks of it. Very nice. Yes, big party on. Let's put a party on there. If you're in the chat as well, show some love to that. That's well worth it. Woo, we'll get the party on. All right, so we're at 35.51% sold out. Let's see how we go. I think we're going to have a bit of fun here. That hasn't even updated on the Axion portal yet, but it did update on the Axion Today dashboard. We've got 6 minutes to go. Let's do it. We can do it. Now we're in the my okay range, right? 30% to 40% is my okay range, but let's see if we can get up higher than that for sure. So 6 minutes to go. That was a nice, big, strong bid. We've got a couple more of those and we'll be sold out in no time. So very cool. That is a stronger bid than we see sometimes. So very cool. It's a nice bid. Nom 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 nom. Bitcoin does, says Alex. Absolutely. Nom 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 nom. Very nice one. That's a classic. What movie is that from too? I can't remember. That's a great bid, says John Atkins. Absolutely. A nice strong bid there. We'll find out who that is shortly. Not precisely, but you know, whether they're a small investor or a big investor. Last week we did have a lot of dolphins dominating the auctions, if you recall, but this one's pretty diverse. We've got sharks, we've got fishes, we've got dolphins, so we'll see who's coming in next. If we see a lot of those smaller fish, we know what they look like. They're basically these ones here. If we see fishes, crabs and shrimps, then we've got some real good new blood investing, and it's quite good. It doesn't matter who invests really, but it kind of is good if we're getting more of those new investors. Sort of gives a little indication to growth in some ways. So there we are. We're at 10.64 now. That's bought almost 0.6 rat Bitcoin, and 85% of that is half a Bitcoin. Woohoo! So that's pretty good. That really makes the dividends a lot better. And we're at $16,861. We've got 5 minutes to go, counting it down live. And we finally updated on the Axion portal. So very cool. Don't forget, in about 5 minutes, we've got the regular auction starting. Auction day 226, and that's 202 million Axion, worth $22,000 at the moment. The Axion price actually just dipped slightly. It was been a little sell there. Oh, there we are, big sell. Big sell, 105 million Axion. So DFC, that does look familiar, that one. I'm not sure whose account that. Let's just jump in there quickly and have a look. We have a little nosy live on this. So whoa, they've got a lot of money in there sitting there. Oh, Hex. Oh, that must be one of our whales. They've got 3.8 million Hex in there. So it looks like they've just sold. What they do? Do they sell to buy more Hex? Let's see if they bought to sell more Hex. They bought ETH. They bought ETH at the moment, at least. So we'll see. So that's what's happened there. That's why we have. And you saw that live charting analysis live on this live stream. Can't say live too much in a row because otherwise it's. But that's what happened there. I bet. Morning, mate. Hey, Immigrant Andreas. Good to see you in the chat. One of our other moderators. Very cool. I don't know if that's where we're at there. So 10.64. Very cool. That's a nice little jump. We've got 3 minutes to go. We're going to get anything else sniping in there. I'm getting excited now. That's certainly got things going. All right, 3 minutes to go. Snipe. Go for gold. That's almost 20,000 US dollars. That's pretty good. But can we do better? Can we do better? All right, let's watch happen. Now, someone sort of suggested we may get for the mega VCA next Friday that we may maybe one big buyer will come in. So that's, you know, when you're talking something like $500,000 US there from one buyer, that'd be quite something if that happened, wouldn't it? Once again, it's about the liquidity, isn't it? About how much is available on the market. And obviously, if you get a very high staked, which is, you know, Punky's really focused on that. There it is, folks. Dolphin. Dolphin was a friend. I said dolphins are dominating auctions last week. Here we are. Dolphins coming in 6.7 ETH. That's a pretty big bag gone in there. Very cool indeed. So welcome, Dolphin. We love dolphins. Dolphins are a man's best friend. It's like one of those dog songs. Better not get myself in trouble there. Nice Hex stack in that wallet, eh? Yeah. Well, back in the day, of course, you know, back in the day, that Hex bag, that was actually quite low. If you think about, if you're a Hex OG, you could pick up 3.8 million quite easy. But just look what it's worth now. It's quite amazing, isn't it? So yeah. All right. Let's jump out of there. And I was actually going to be nosy and see what they did with the ETH afterwards, but hey, we'll leave that for another day. So where are we going? We're going back to here. So that's actually going to bode well for the regular auction because you're going to be able to get more Axion per ETH because that whale decided to sell down that amount. I'm gathering their whale. I haven't checked their account. Maybe you can do that on the Axion dashboard if you're so inclined, or maybe I might do it after the live stream. Who knows? Because it's always entertaining. Right, last minute to go. We're on auction day 225. This is VCA number 49, about to close. Last minute, 10.64 ETH. We are sitting at was it 35.51% sold out at the moment. We're counting it down live. We even managed to talk about the USA Olympic trials for track and field. I'm glad I got that in since it's a favourite topic of mine today and yesterday because I watched it yesterday too and the day before. All right, so here we are, 20 seconds to go. Are we going to get any more sneaking in there? Is it going to sneak in? I'm not sure. We're waiting to find out. Everyone's at home holding their chairs. This is going to happen. We've got 10 seconds. Someone going to snipe in? Who knows? Hey, we're in my OK zone. That's between 30 and 40%. We're at, was it 35? Not too bad. So there we are, folks. We've finished the auction. Unless something sneaks in behind the timer, occasionally that happens in the next sort of minute, you could get something sneak in before it refreshes. We'll just let it run its course. Don't forget that half a Bitcoin has gone to stakers, so we've now increased to 138.10. So that's up from 137.10 to 138.10. So that's increased, and that's our seller amount there. So pretty cool. Now these people will be getting, how much will they be getting? They'll be getting 17.2 million Axion per ETH, and that is to benefit from that big account selling that 105 million Axion. Has given these guys a bump, because that was sitting at 16, was it 16.8, 16, something like that, I can't remember now, but that's definitely got a bump in the Axion. So these guys have benefited from that sell. Interesting stuff, eh? Just shows you that the last second the price can change pretty dramatically. So that's a bit of a windfall for these people that have entered. Pretty interesting. Now, so that 6.9 was a dolphin. So was it the same account? That's the question. I'm sure Alex probably picked it up. Sanders in the house. Hi, Sanders. Hi, everybody. And Alex says hi, Sanders too. I wonder if that was recycled around that sell. That was intentional. That's interesting. We're going to do the analysis now. I was a bit slow on that one. I'm going to pick that up pretty quick, but either that or Alex does. All right, so let's refresh this page, and we're going to go through and check that. That could have been that dolphin cycling, recycling there, that had those nice little hex bags there. So here we are, folks. We have started auction day 226. We have started. We are into it. So let's just open up the wallet there. We got 202 million Axion. $21,766 is what it's worth. That's gone down from them because it was actually started at 22,500. So it's almost down 800. That's because the price of Axion is 000107. And just that sell-off. So we need 11.62 ETH to sell it out. $21,766. Interesting stuff. Now we've obviously we've got the auction price is 10% higher than the Uniswap price, because we have that 10% bonus Axion. So that's now just under 19 million Axion per ETH, and the auction, the market rate is 17.2 million Axion per ETH. But of course, you get that 20% Axion bonus. And now we've got a regular auction. It's 80%, not 85% of the ETH that gets bid in goes onto Uniswap and buys Axion, not Bitcoin. So it buys Axion and gives it back to stakers that collect it at the end of the staking period. So unlike Bitcoin and the regular auctions, you don't get that immediately. You have to, for the X, and it gets paid at the end of your staking period. So that might suit people with staking ladders for that. So interesting stuff. So here we are, folks. We're going to probably watch the first opening 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, just depending on how it rolls. And obviously first in, first served. And so will it get sold out? Now these do get sold out pretty much on like hotcakes over the 24-hour period, but occasionally we can get momentum where they get sold out early on too, because it's first in, first served. We need 11.64, and yesterday we got 16.74 in the VCA. So we'll see how that goes. These are certainly very popular. All right, so let's jump back into here. We're going to go back down here. We saw that account do this. So hey, we've already got a market buy. 0.048 is coming here. There's the auction buyback BF8C. Just bought 827,000 Axion, and so this should show up there. No, not yet, hasn't updated. Let's refresh that. It should show up here. Let's wait for that. It's going to show up. So what happens is that goes on the market and often shows up there first. Doesn't always do that, but it has been recently showing up on the market first. There we are, folks. So we've got that 0.06. We're on the market. It may be a small one, but $112 is in there. We have started kicking off. Let's see how we go there. All right, so boom, we're going to close that. Got that little bit. That was at 6.1 in venture auctions. Very nice. So 0.06. Let's jump back down to the activity. We've got a little bit of gaming that went on at the end of that auction. I think that's what we had. So what do we have here? Oh, this is interesting. What do we got going on here? All right, something is afoot, my friends. Something is afoot. Something is happening. Dolphins are playing in the water, not sharks. They're not sharks in the water, but dolphins are playing in the water. Something is happening here. We got two bids here, 6.7. What is going on? Interesting stuff. This is the same account. I have a feeling it's the same dolphin. What is going on? Let's have a look. Close out of that. It's probably lagging me a bit. We had that 105. Oh, what do we? We had 100 and we had 2 cells. That was 103 cell. That was earlier. We had this 105. What have they done? Let's go and have a look. Let's go check it out. This is something may have bids. Oh, it got gained like I suspected. It got gained like I suspected. We haven't seen someone game the turn of the auction for a while. Yes, it was a recycle, but not from a Hex skin. Wallet BB2. Yeah, hilarious. Alex was onto it. Yeah, how hilarious is that? That is pretty funny. A BB2, you say though? Here we got 2 bids on here. 6-1, and we've got a second one. I'm not sure what's happening there. Pending. That's kind of weird. So they definitely sold the ETH. They sold 105, and they got 6.1. Okay. They entered both auctions, the VCA and the regular auction. So we got this one here, no, 6.1. Wrap Bitcoin, wrap Bitcoin, wrap Bitcoin. So that's gone into the VCA. They entered the VCA then at the end there. So they got into the end of VCA, and then they went into the regular auction. No. Let's have a look here. No, just the VCA. That's a bit weird how it shows up twice there. But there's got 2 bids there. That's a bit in 6.7. Well, it's a bit confusing. Trying to work this one out. Boy, it's like a murder mystery. A murder mystery. See whether Alex has worked it out before I have. What did you say? What did you say? BB2. Let's go back and work that out. This is a bit of excitement, folks. Bit of excitement. BB2. There's BB2 103. Sell. Let's check that one out too. All right. What have we got in there? US dollars. 23 minutes ago. That was the swap. What did they swap? They swapped out the Axion for the ETH. All right. So we got 2 of them, 2 accounts, and they're probably related to each other, is my guess, because it just 2 coincidental. So we got the BIC 6.7 for the Bitcoin bid. So what did we end up with on the actual auction then? That's what I missed. That's what I missed. And it's all coming together now. It might take a little while, but it comes together eventually. All right, so I think we actually did better in the auction, didn't we? There we did. We did. I'm such a verkle. No, I was looking at it with 16.74. I was going, that wasn't the right. I said it subtly in my mind, but I didn't actually pick it on. So we got 2 bids in there. 2 bids. So we actually did really well after all that. Like not just well, but we did really well. And let's have a look here. We don't have it on here, of course. So we actually sold out pretty well. Let's have a look on that. We actually ended up getting 16.74. So let's do the math on that. 16.74 divided by, what was it, 30.9, was it? 98. So we were 54% sold out. So interesting stuff. So let's go paste that in the chat. Boy, we're doing a lot of investigation stuff here. That was a really good turnout after that. So 2 dolphins were at play, it turns out. But why? Were they related? I don't know. Maybe they weren't. So boom, we'll take a picture of that, and we're going to put that in the chat there. I'm not even sure what screen you guys are looking at the moment, but there we're going to there, and we're going to push that in. 54% sold out. VCA49. Boom. All right, so pretty cool. I think it's about right, 54. I think that was about right on that one, so 17. All right, so let me just do that maths on that. I think it was 516. It's doing some maths here. 516 divided by 17.2. Yeah, about 30, something like that. So I might be a bit high on that. So let's go 16.74 divided by 30. And let's say 56%. So I'll just re-edit that again and say 56. All right, so that's cool. And then what did we get up to that? So then we got that, and then we got the current one going on at the moment. So we'll jump back to there. That came in real sneaky. That was sneaky. We just said that sometimes stuff comes in just afterwards, right after the clock closes, and that's exactly what happened. So it's hilarious. This is certainly making it into a murder mystery today. Not quite a murder mystery, but a bid mystery, a bid sell mystery. How about that? A sell bid mystery. That sounds murder mystery, yeah, something like that. All right, so 6.7 and 6.1, but were they related to each other? Are these two dolphins related? Because they both kind of played the same game at the same thing. They did it both at the same time. So we got this one did 105, this one did 103, and they both bid into the VCA at the end. Interesting. And they went for the wrap Bitcoin, and they got all the bonuses, and they sold out down the Axion. Interesting. But are they related? I guess you'd have to check and see whether they had some interchange stuff. Alex says, pretty sure they're related. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Last minute recycle play. Yeah, and we haven't seen that for a while. That's pretty fun. That was fun. Unfortunately, not something that's positive for the price. No, it's not positive for the price, but it certainly made for some action for the live stream. My divs were higher today than yesterday. They were. Oh, cool. That's awesome, John. But thank you for the diz, Mr. Recycler. Yeah, how interesting is that? So very cool. And they increased their bags quite a lot with all the incentives that are in the auction. They were playing they're obviously committed to a reasonable see, look for those accounts when they come out of the auctions. They come out of the auction. So what did they end up staking? That's the other thing. What do they end up staking for? We've got the bids here. They would have been able to withdraw and stake that. So we have to keep an eye on that and see what they do. With their staking, because they obviously participated in the VCA. That was hilarious. What a lot of fun. Let me just refresh this page. I think it's BB2. This is the first one. So I don't know why they got double entries here. Maybe they failed on the entry, but definitely bid on the VCA on that one. And this one here definitely bid on the VCA, that one. Or was that the same one? No, that's the second one. And then they swap something. What else do they swap? We're being really nosy here, but hey, makes for entertainment. All right, so we don't have to worry. That has nothing to do with the auction, so that I can tell. Very cool. All right, well, congrats to those recyclers, and if they're one of the same people, good luck to them. All right, so anyway, so far we've got one bid in the market, BF8C. That's what we've got here, and so that we're on the map for today. Today's a regular auction, of course. We will quickly check out, see what staking period that they do. We are going down here, so we are already 12 minutes into the live stream for the opening hour of auction day 226. Regular auction 202 million in there, and we've got a little bit in there as well, which I think we actually worked out who they were, because we got down here. Yeah, it was a dolphin bid in 0.6 ETH, $112. All right. Very cool. They're chasing more Axion for sure. All right, we'll come back down here, and I think we'll leave it there at the moment, and see what happened there. So Chrome Dome says awesome. Certainly was awesome. Let's party on that one, and nice. All right. Rob K says difficult to understand. Yeah, a little wank. Yeah, for sure. We worked it out at the end though, Rob. Looks like a 60-day stake. So yeah, it's definitely short-term player, but hey, it created some action. We haven't seen a recycler like an obvious one for a while that I recall around the auction time. So to get someone not just play one account but two accounts, that's high action. That's some of the excitement of the auctions. That's some of the excitement. That's why I like it. Very cool. And then we can do investigations live, like a murder mystery, but it's not murder mystery. But hey. All right, so there we are, 14 minutes down. So we might keep going for it. How long have we been going for it now? We're getting just into the thick of it, really. Let me just update. I might update this page. I think it's stuck. This page is stuck. All right, Dolphin has staked 115 million for 60 days. Yeah, I think that was the one we were looking for, wasn't it? That Alex, I think that might be the one. So let's have a look. I think it might be this one here, eh? I'm not sure. I can't remember how much they were. Was it 17? 16, 17. But it's one of them anyway. That's one of them 60 days. That's what Alex was talking about. I think I'm getting stuck on that one. I'm back there. Yeah. All right. So very cool. I got distracted there. Sorry about that. All right, so they're going good. Hey, don't forget, let's go back to the auction and we'll scroll down. We'll see whether we get anyone else bidding in there. And let's quickly go to the poll, see what poll we've got. Our poll at the moment's got 11 votes. So if you want to get in there and make a quick vote, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like, share, hit the bell, of course. And the question was, will you be participating in the $100 Axion giveaway competitions? They're going to run over 8 weeks on Twitter. So get a $100 giveaway is pretty cool, and it's really a great way of increasing the followers on Twitter. They've got about 13,500 at the moment, so if we can get that up way higher, certainly bodes up for future promotions, and that's as well as brand awareness. So very cool. So we've got 18% yes and 82% no. So that's what we've got. That's 11 votes so far. So get your vote in. We'll check that out. We're going to keep going on the live stream for the next probably 4 minutes, and we'll see what results we get by the end. Very cool. Actually, we're getting a few people coming on now. Maybe I'll have to keep going a bit longer. It just seems a shame when we get so many. Rob Case says, sorry, you are not the easiest to understand. Oh, sorry, Rob. I've been slowing my voice down the whole show just so that you can understand. So that's why I'm talking slower tonight. So I can't talk too much slower. But yeah. Maybe I got a bit hurried on a few. So yeah. Okay, to participate, if $100 per day. Yeah, I don't think the game was on. Let me go into the announcements here. Let's go. We'll jump in here, and so it's from June the 25th to August the 19th. Axion investors and fans will have the opportunity to win $100 in Axion each week. So it's $100 each week by creating a post on social media that both tags Axion and includes the hashtag of the week in a meaningful and relevant way, as well as the promotional tag hashtag Better Way to Crypto. So it's got to have those two hashtags, and yeah. The promotion will run from Friday to Thursday for 8 consecutive weeks. So hopefully that helps you there. I'll leave the link to this, copy the link message. I'll put that in the chat for you there, Rob. Weekly $100 Axion giveaway. I should have put competition. It's a competition. So I'll leave that link in there. It's for the Discord. You can click on that. Boom, there we are. So hopefully that helps, Rob. Yeah, no, Rob, I've listened to you. You've said many times that you find it hard to understand my accent, or at least the speed that I'm talking. So I have definitely slowed down, taking into account your feedback, because normally I talk probably twice as fast, I would say. It is a Kiwi way. We do talk quite fast when we do talk. It's a bit like Irish, not quite Irish. Irish, probably the fastest speakers that talk extremely fast. But yeah. All right, so there we are, folks. 42 minutes to go on the opening hour. We've been covering the first 8 minutes. Probably go for another 2 minutes. We'll see whether we get any more ETH in there. And we did have a bit of action in here so far. We've only had one bid so far, but that was cool. It's we're on the map, and we actually did much better in the regular auction than we thought. We got to 56% sold out, which was pretty nice based on my back calculations there. All right, we were sitting at 35%, and so that was a nice, even though it was recycled, it was cool to see that happen. And yeah, looking good. Just looking at the market at the moment, looks like ETH is sitting at $1,860 US, so it's not too bad either. And we'll jump back down to the activity, and we'll check on, see what's happening there. We've got just that new stakes, and nothing's updated on that. We'll scroll back down. Very cool. Actually, we ended up, I said we ended up with half a Bitcoin, but we actually probably ended up with more than that, didn't we? So we probably ended up with 3/4 of a Bitcoin in dividends. So that's a lot better than what we had, because we were only at 10 ETH, and we ended up with 16. So 16 divided by 10 times 0.5. Yeah, so we probably ended up close to 0.8 wrap Bitcoin for the last auction. That's much better, isn't it? All right, so very cool, and that would have been given out as divs. So John definitely did better this week than today than yesterday. Rob, okay, $100 per day for 365. Yeah, it was a $100 competition per week from the looks of it. John Atkins, I'm not really on Twitter, and my friends and family think I'm stupid to invest in crypto, so I won't be explaining it to them. That's fine. That's really, if you're actually on Twitter. A lot of my friends are off Twitter now because we're after free speech platforms that don't have agendas and manipulation, so that's why we're not on there. But I do understand that there's a lot of crypto communities on Twitter. So I get that. Alex K, John Atkins, big smiley. Alex K, hope you will prove them wrong. And John Atkins says, cheers, Alex. That's my hope as well. Yeah, absolutely. And Sanders says just $7 to bid an auction now. Wow, really? That's really cool. So there we are, folks. So you heard from Sanders. That's about $7 to bid into the auction. Obviously, we haven't checked the Gwei price at the moment, but it is super cheap. And we all can't wait till Axion 3.0 comes, which is expected in early Q3. So probably before mid-July is my guess. And that's going to make things even super cheap. You're talking about staking being 1/8 of the price of whatever the Gwei is. Look at this, 5 and 3. Look at that 3. I don't know if we can hit the 3, but we've definitely got 6 at the moment. That's super cheap on the Gwei. Wow. Look at the Uniswap, $1 to $1.50, and you probably get 70% of that or 75% of that. So probably do a Uniswap thing at under $1 at the moment. That just seems crazy cool at the moment. It's amazing how you get conditioned to higher prices. Was at the beginning of last year we were doing 2-3 cents transactions for just transfers, and now we get used to, if we get it down to 20-30 cents, we're happy. So that's how you get conditioned, folks. You have to get used to stuff. So, but anyway, 3 on the Gwei. I wonder if you can actually get that actually to transact. Interesting. All right, so it seems like $7 to bid into the auction, and that's pretty neat. All right, I've just gone past my time frame that I was going to go for. That's hilarious. All right, so let's have a look at John Atkins says YouTuber Elliot Trades. Yeah, I've seen that channel. Recently posted a video, a very positive general crypto video. Okay, so yeah, check out Elliot Trades if you want to check out perhaps a more upbeat crypto forecast. There are obviously competing theories. Some of them are very well based. Others are just not so well. So just think critically about what you're watching, and all the best. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I think how long we've been going for now? Let's quickly check. We'll be going for 60 minutes exactly. That's 1 hour. So it's probably a good time to sign off for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We did have a bit of action with that recycling, double the Dolphin doing, looks like either 2 accounts or someone that had the same idea. So either way, it does seem like coincidence. So likely colluded. Let's quickly set the poll here. We had 12 votes. Will you be participating in the $100 Axion giveaway competitions? 17% said yes and 83% said no. So there we are. That's a poll. It's into that, of course. That's not 1,000 votes, but it gives you a little teaser about what's in. But if you're interested in trying to make $100 in Axion over the next 8 weeks, you could potentially get into that and spread the word of Axion. Of course, is the major outcome with a little bonus $100 for yourself. Pretty nice. All right, awesome stuff. Hey, Alex and Andreas, thanks for moderating as usual, and thanks for watching. Yeah, that was a bit of fun after all that, wasn't it? With that bit of, anyway. All right, onwards and upwards, and I'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow's auction. It'll be the regular auction. Don't forget, you get 10% bonus Axion if you go into today's regular auction. First in, first served. They do sell out like hotcakes, and obviously the big thing tomorrow is that we're going to have VCA number 50. VCA 50, that's coming, folks. So it's going to be super exciting. VCA number 50. Got to think about something special for that. John Atkins says, cheers, Superman. Always worth watching. Hey, appreciate that, John. And Alex, exciting. See you next time for sure. It was a bit of detective work. Nice detective work there, Alex, too. Very cool. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. Take care and enjoy yourself. Until next time, haere rā, as we say in New Zealand, haere rā.